Hey. Hey guys, it's Daralise. I've recorded a few videos and I've been editing them, but I don't feel like they're necessarily the right, wait, I'm missing all of my jewelry. I feel so naked without it. Hold on. I have so much. Okay, that's much better. Okay, so I went to a pole dancing class today, and one of the reasons is because I've been looking for something fun to move my body in different ways. It's the summertime, so rather than just thinking of going to the gym, I've been looking for more fun ways to kind of explore and move my body. Tomorrow I'm thinking of either going jump roping or roller skating in the park. I'm gonna see how I feel tomorrow, which one I want to do more, and just really stepping into myself. I've been recently discovering this idea of, well, I've been rediscovering, I think I should say, this idea of dating myself and really just putting the time and effort into growing into myself as a person and the kind of life that I want to live and the kind of things that I want to surround me. I feel like I've been taking life so unseriously the past, I'm gonna say like 2 years maybe, which I don't think it's a bad thing, and I definitely feel like it's just something that everybody has to experience. Just a lot of like impulsivity, a lot of adventure, a lot of just, you know what, I'm gonna do it because I'm young, and I'm gonna do it because I want to have stories to tell, and I want to not regret anything and just do everything that I've always wanted to do without necessarily thinking of like long-term consequences. That's a great mindset to have, and to not take life too seriously, but like I've recently been learning that there has to be like a balance in between it all, and I can't just throw myself out at life without having things to ground me. And what I've been working on recently is finding those things to ground myself and taking a step back and trying to look a little bit more ahead. I was too focused on the day and the present moment and the now that I wasn't really thinking about my future, and I wasn't really thinking about, you know, the life that I wanted to build. It was just out, you know, like temporary relationships, friends to just hang out with, friends to drink with, you know, like just a very instant gratification in my day-to-day life. So I've been thinking more of like long-term effects and like, you know, like I'm just like repeating myself. Something else that I've been really focusing on with all this is like the act of like forgiveness, and I've been really focusing on forgiving myself for mistakes that I've made in the past and the choices that I've made without really thinking and putting myself into situations just because whatever, like the situation was placed in front of me and I just did it, you know what I mean? I've been really trying to grasp into this idea that I have to forgive myself, and I have to forgive other people in my life that were kind of in the same position as me. You know, they were in the same boat, and a lot of people have hurt me and done things to me that didn't feel so great on my end, and I just have to learn how to accept it and move on. If you hold on to a grudge, to the pain that people have caused you, like to the pain that you have caused yourself, you're never gonna get anywhere. Today's a new day, tomorrow's a new day, and it's always good to start over and have a clean slate. You can always learn again, you can always start over, and I think that's just like the beautiful thing about life. And I don't necessarily have a point to this video, it's just kind of like, it's a lot of realizations that I'm coming to of the person that I want to be, and I'm really just tired of playing games. Like I'm tired of cutting myself short and not receiving the things that I know that I deserve in this life, whether it be money-wise, whether it be relationship-wise, friendship-wise. I really want to sit down and list my priorities, set them to the standard, like set myself to the standard of like what I have to do to really be happy. You feel me? You feel me? I've been reading this book. This book is so good. It's so good. Oprah Winfrey really be doing her thing, and I feel like it's definitely like, it's very enlightening. It's been giving me a lot of different perspectives, and the reason why I was talking about forgiveness is because I read, hold on, I'm actually gonna read it right now. Okay, ready? Without forgiveness, the world is lost. It's like those two prisoners of war that met years later, and one said to the other, "Have you forgiven your captors yet?" And the second one said, "No, I never will." And then the first one said, "Well, then they still have you in prison, don't they?" Don't they? So there's some way in which you can free yourself from the past through forgiveness, and it means forgiveness for yourself for all the foolishness and ways that you've been caught and you didn't know. It is possible for you to let go, and there's a very simple practice of forgiveness, of looking into the heart in which you hold yourself with forgiveness, and you repeat it over and over in these very, very simple ways. We've all been foolish at times, and instead of treating ourselves with a lack of forgiveness for ourselves or for others, we can see it, hold it with compassion, not forget your original wholeness, goodness, your original goodness and beauty, and turn yourself toward what is good. See the good in one another. Nelson Mandela said, "It never hurts to see the good in someone. They often act better because of it." And when I read this, I was like, oh my god. Because I'm currently dealing with a situation where I felt like I was very much wronged, and it was definitely me just like spiraling a little bit, just with like anger for myself for letting myself into that situation, and anger for that person for doing whatever they did. And I read that and I just realized that forgiveness is such a big part of life. It's just about the aspect of letting things go and letting things flow, and realizing that at the end of the day we all want the same thing, and it's love, and it's to be understood. And I can understand and I can hold space for the fact that we're all just experiencing life, and I can learn to let that go. A lot of the things that people do are a reflection of their own, and I feel like that's something that is said a lot and it's passed around a lot, and I believe that it's very true, and I think that we should really hold on to that, because nothing that people do to us we should take personally. I don't think anybody, well, I mean, it's definitely a little bit controversial because sometimes there are people that act in malicious ways. I don't know if that's the correct wording, but like a lot of people that do harm on purpose, you know, like revenge and like all this other things. But a majority of the time, like, people never really think about you as much as you think they are. They're kind of just acting on their own instincts, on their own impulses, on their own insecurities, and are just projecting that onto you, and believe that it is you that is a problem, that believe that like what they're doing to you is like, I don't know how to necessarily maneuver my way around it. I had someone tell me the other day that, you know, I was being a bit too hard on myself. I feel guilty for the things that I've done in the past, and I feel upset about it because I've grown from it, and I see the wrong in the actions that I have done, and I see the outcome of certain things that I've done, and I don't want to do them again. And she was explaining to me that, you know, with that I should really take that in and not be so hard on myself, because that shows that I've grown, and there's no reason for me to just beat myself down and think that everything that is happening to me now is because I was that kind of person, that this is my karma now. Like, that's kind of how I was like seeing. It's really hard without necessarily explaining exactly what happened, but I just, you know, it's just about letting go and accepting the fact that I can change, and things are changing, and every day is a chance for change, and I can change for the better. You can change for the better. Anybody can change for the better, but it all starts with forgiveness. Forgiving yourself for not knowing any better, forgiving yourself for having the benefit of the doubt, forgiving yourself for accepting the bare minimum, forgiving yourself for not having your priorities in check, forgiving yourself for the past mistakes, forgiving yourself for endless things. We live and we learn, and I think that's really the beauty in it all. We live and we learn. Some people won't ever learn, and all you can do is forgive them. Sometimes people that aren't aware, just they don't know any better. They don't understand how their actions hurt other people. Some people have a hard time acknowledging that they're wrong, and we just have to forgive them. Rather than acting out of love, a lot of people act out of fear. I feel like the opposite of love is fear, right? Or whatever. We're all experiencing this life, and we're all doing this for the first time, you know, whether you whatever you believe in. If you believe in reincarnation, you know, that's a thing, you know, but like at the same time, like, does anybody really know what's going on? Not really. I don't even know what's going on. Like, I could be 100% wrong, and I should be getting my revenge, you know? Like, we don't know that, but I don't know. I feel like I'm ready to be open to a new life and a new way of seeing things, and really just taking in all this love and greatness in this life, because life is great, guys. Life is so good. Life is so good, and it's really just about like finding the joy in the simplest things, you know? Like, I wake up, I'm not gonna lie, like I go straight on my phone, you know, after I have time to like really kind of wake my mind up a little bit. I take a deep breath in, and I'm like, okay, like, here we go again. It's so like, there's life is just so good. Life is so good. It's important to slow down and really look at things, like really look at things and appreciate the beauty everything has, because everything is beautiful, and everyone is beautiful, and everyone is so unique and can teach you so much if you really just sit down and listen. And I don't know. I feel like I'm having like a psychosis episode right now. Like, I feel like I'm joking. It's definitely this book. Like, this book is telling me things that I just needed to hear, and things that I've known already, you know, and things that I just needed that reassurance, you know, that little push of like, you're right, like you're on the right track. You just have to take action, and you have to really love yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to forgive yourself. You're just a person experiencing life, and it's okay. It's okay. It is okay. It's okay. I kind of just wanted to sit down and talk. Again, like I've been recording videos, but I feel like they just haven't really been resonating with me enough to post. I have a few ideas coming up that I want to try to incorporate more creatively in my content and all these other things involving other platforms as well. So if you're not following me on Instagram or on TikTok, you should definitely tune in. But yeah, I think I'm done. I kind of just wanted to sit down and put my intentions out there. Intentions are important, and I'm telling you this. It's this book. My intention is just to do better and to improve myself and live happily and show love to the people around me and hold the ones that I love closest. And you know, like life is good, and it's gonna get better because I want it to get better, and it will get better. It will get better. It will get better. Yeah. That's what's been on my mind recently. I'm also thinking of like the concept of like people understanding you. Like for some reason I'm thinking about like how not everyone will understand or want to understand. I guess it can also be connected to like forgiveness and like, you know, doing better and being true to yourself. You know, like no, people aren't always gonna understand the way you move about life and the way you do things, but just be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. Love, forgive, whatever. I think I'm done. Thank you guys for watching. I love you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. We're gonna be more peaceful, we're gonna be more loving, we're gonna be more kind. I'm gonna try to stop cursing because it's not good, and words have intention. That's on that. Bye guys.